On March 12, 2020, I was prophesied. The bishop told me I'd be successful in the marketplace and lead a lot of girls. Funny enough, I was getting ready to launch a business anyways. And to my surprise, I ended up making 5 figures my first year and got loads of recognition. However, I spent the last 2 years wondering what he meant by lead a lot of girls. Lead is such a big word. Me? A leader? I'm oblivious to so much. How can I be a leader? I thought about doing podcasts last year, but I didn't know if I'd want to be talking about something new every week. I don't even like talking too much, to be honest. Believe it or not. So I haven't given it much thought since. Now, I'm writing this on June 9, 2022. And how it started is pretty funny, because I woke up at 7:15 a.m. and the first thing I said is, I'm going to write a book. So I'm writing this because I feel like this is what the bishop meant. I fasted for 2 days before coming to this revelation, and initially thought it was random. However, due to the lack of focus on anything besides my stomach and God, it made sense that this is probably what he meant. This is dedicated to the girl that always felt like the black sheep of the family. The girl that was touched. The girl that was hypersexual. The girl that didn't know where to fit in. The girl that was awkward and quiet. The girl that was bullied. The girl that was known by many but close to none. The girl that didn't have a father. The girl that had an absent mother. And the woman that is healing today. To whoever's reading this, I hope you find peace in knowing that you are not alone, and that as this life continues to become more and more artificial, please stay grounded and wise to the fact that this is not real. It's all mental. Try to choose to be present and try to choose to be kind. This book is about to be hella controversial because I say everything that's on my mind, and if you can't handle it, stop reading now. I know you keep reading. You know who should have kept reading? My mother, about parenthood, before conceiving me. I'm not saying she was a bad mom, but I'm not saying she was a good mom either. Because in all honesty, my grandmother cultivated me. Don't get me wrong, I love my mother, and I appreciate all the sacrifices she made for me. It's hard not to when she's always brought them up. But nonetheless, she tried her best. You see, with age, I realized that there's a difference between raising and cultivating. You raise animals, you feed them, you watch them grow, but you cultivate humans. Humans need to acquire skills in their childhood in order to be prepared for the world. I can't really blame her for the way she raised us. After all, she was on her own. Very strong and independent, so that meant more work, more money, more men, more stress, and less us. She was very strict, didn't let us watch TV, and beat us over bullshit. I can't even remember the last time she told us she loved us. I try not to hold resentment. I forgive her because she had to be my mom and my dad, the nurturer and the provider. So where were you, Dad? I never met him. Well, I don't feel the same way now. I love my mom. That was pretty harsh though. I didn't finish it though. Should I finish? When I was 19, I had to re-raise myself. I had to unlearn the things that were programmed into my brain from a young age. You're an independent, strong woman. You don't need a man. You can do everything on your own. No, I want a man. As a human being, we all innately have the desire to be loved. Whether it's love from a friend, love from a relative, it's love. Love makes the world go round. What I read to you earlier was coming from a place of hurt. Clearly, right? It was built up resentment. It was lack of accountability. Because everything that I did following whatever happened in my childhood was my decision. Now, of course, not having a father played a huge part in my decision-making skills, but it was my decision. So now at my age, I'm realizing that, hey, mom did the best she could with the resources that she had available at that time. When I was 19 years old, it finally clicked. Like, you're not playing these guys, you're actually playing yourself. It clicked. So today, I'm going to talk about everything that I learned and hopefully re-raise you. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. I just want everyone to understand that having one less of a parent, whether it's your father or your mother, increases the chances of everything bad. It increases the chances of the child being involved in criminal activity, promiscuity, self-esteem issues, mental health, concerns, like literally everything. It's statistically proven, which is why I get so upset about this baby daddy, baby mama culture, but that's another topic for another video. First lesson of the day, the love you're looking for is not in these guys. Leave them alone. When I was in high school, I found myself in the worst of the worst situations because I was constantly looking for love in the wrong places. And because I had good grades, I got away with it. I was extremely rebellious. Like, I did not listen to my mom. I didn't know to seek internally for the love that I was missing. I didn't have any male figures that I could rely on that would teach me these things. I had my uncles, but we were far apart at that point. Before I even move forward into this video, I just want to make sure that you know you are worthy. The things I say in this video might not even click until probably years from now when you're a little bit older, but remember now and remember later on that you are worthy. You do not need to go through any experiences in order to realize that you're worth more, okay? Just know that. Now that that's out of the way, don't be too hard on yourself for being attracted to the wrong guys or giving access to the wrong people, because at the end of the day, you can't judge or vet properly without having an example. Which is why I'm about to tell you the qualities that you need to look for in a man. Consistency. The man needs to be consistent. Good morning text every day. It's not even just good morning text, but just consistency with the effort, with everything. Not even just talking gifts, but trying to understand you. Discipline. He needs to have discipline. Communication skills. Morals. Are your morals and values the same? Do they align? He needs to be loyal. At base, those are the qualities that you need to look for in a man. I wouldn't say boy, that's what I'm saying. In high school, give yourself some leeway. You're gonna make mistakes. Honestly, I feel like life is the greatest teacher, so I had to experience some things in order to learn. It's not really worth it to give any guy or any girl access to you at that age. Focus on your grades. 2, when it comes to your body, there's 3 things you need to remember. You need to have respect for yourself. You need to be responsible and know that you have the rights. Us women have intuition. We are blessed with that gift. We know what's right and wrong. Follow your intuition. When it comes to rights, it's either yes or no. You want to do it? Yes. You don't want to do it? No. That's simple. 3, if you're dating or talking to guys, congratulate yourself. Because most of us grow up to despise men. Understandably so. So give yourself grace. Know what to look for. Know what you like. Learn what you don't like. But you really don't need to give access to anybody that's not deserving of you or your time. 4, if you're raised by a single mother, you probably experienced having a father and a mother in one, which in turn probably made you more masculine. Your mother was probably buying a lot of things, but lacking in the nurturing because she had to do so much providing. She had to make sure there's food on the table. She had to make sure you're getting your gifts on Christmas, you're getting your gifts on your birthday. And because of that, you're probably emotionally neglected. She was present physically, but emotionally and mentally absent. I had 2 exes that honestly stood out the most in my mind when I think about this, just because one of my exes said I was too masculine, and the other ex I completely emasculated. I told him that he's not man enough, and I was 18 years old. Being raised on these principles of being independent and strong and not needing a man literally shapes you. And though it can help a lot, you know, when it comes to running a business or just being taken seriously in the workplace, it can and will be very detrimental to your dating life. Not everyone, whether you're male or female, has feminine and masculine traits. Try to embody your feminine side a little bit more. The more you nurture her, the more you'll embody her. I don't know what femininity means to you. Personally, I don't like those videos that talk about it because it can mean so many different things to so many different people. It's not just about wearing pink. It's not just about doing your nails or doing your hair a certain way. Where you can start is possibly asking for help. I'm the type of girl, like, I assemble everything in my room. Like, I'll assemble my bed, I'll assemble my desk, ask for help. Okay, that's not for us to do. Oh my gosh. And also, femininity is not about just smelling good or being soft. Like, you can look soft and be very hard on the inside. It's really about softening your character. It's being nicer, being kind, being more gentle with the way you approach, with the way you speak. But that comes with the change in character. So like I said, practice femininity the way you feel it. Like, whatever makes you feel like a girl, do that. You know what I mean? You'll get it. 5, growing up with a single mother, you probably heard the phrase, men are trash. And you probably agreed and advocated for that phrase. But let me tell you something. They're not. The more you keep thinking that, the more you'll meet them. For us children of single mothers, they say that we attract men that are like our fathers. There was a point in my life where I was attracting emotionally unavailable men. What was my father? Unemotionally unavailable men. I was attracting aggressive men. My father was aggressive. It's so hard to pick it out, but the signs are always there. So if you do the work on yourself and you start to pay attention to what you deserve and what you value and the things that we talked about earlier, the qualities that you want, The more you focus on these things and embody those things that you want, you'll attract that person. Well, that's the end of this video. Honestly, I just spent the last 15 minutes trying to find a quote that I can put here, but it doesn't even match with anything that I'm actually thinking. So I just want to reiterate to all my children of single parent households that you are worthy. I struggled for the longest time just accepting that I'm worthy. I genuinely felt like I messed up my life. Like it was too late. No one will want me. I'm just a waste. I used to tell myself these things. There was probably a time where you felt abandoned. You're not abandoned. You're not alone. There are so many people in this world that go through the same thing. With that said, single mothers, you are worthy. Single fathers, you are worthy. Children of single parents, you are worthy. I know that every single thing that you do is for your children, and that's extremely commendable. I watched my mom do it, and it's amazing. So thank you for doing your best. Love, Carisha.
I look at my mom as my mom. I look at my mom as like, you know, she was both mom and dad, but I didn't look at her as mom and dad. I looked at her as mom and only parent. Because I know something's missing. You yearn for it. You yearn for that masculine attention. Because believe it or not, you do everything your dad does. They have such a big effect on a boy's life, bro. A little boy. Bro, you learn how to act. My dad was not in my life, right? But everywhere I go, everyone says my laugh is the same as his. The way I talk is the same as his. My mannerisms are the same, and it's crazy because we didn't grow up together. Until I met, that's when my life like changed to hanging out with guys. Like when I started playing basketball, like rep basketball and shit like that, I was constantly surrounded by niggas. That's when I could see. I learned what I should have learned when I had it, if I had it now.